A very good morning to everyone present here. So thank you for joining us on this Saturday and welcome to the 7th edition of Apple Labs, and also thank you for the people who are joining online. So let us start our session with let us know something about Apple Labs. So I would like to call upon Nitin to give a few words about Apple Labs.
Okay, thank you for coming on a Saturday morning. Myself Nitin, as a software engineer here at Apple Labs, will give some information about Apple Labs exactly it does. So we work on multiple domains in terms of health, embedded. As you see, many cameras being attached over here. So we work on camera security features. So we work on multiple technologies as such, where we do mobile development, cloud computing, embedded. So as you see, there is empty space a lot, but this whole room will be filled of hardwares and boards, etc. And camera has been attached to every monitor over here. So yeah, we have a great team working here at Apple Labs and doing some cool things every day. Okay, that's thanks.
Thank you, Nitin, for that. So let us start with some icebreaker here. So what we are basically do is, one by one you can come here and just introduce yourself, and we have some tips here. So there will be some questions written on that. That will be a casual questions. So you can just come and pick up this. So you can start with it. Yeah, just give an introduction.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Prabhakar. I work at Deloitte as a software engineer. Okay, so my question is, what did you want to be when you grew up? So, like as a 5-year-old, when I was 5-year-old, I wanted to be a scientist, like most of you. Later at when I got little more sensible at the age of like around maybe 18 or 20, I wanted to be a software engineer. So I chose my domain in computer science.
Hi guys, myself Sunil. I am working as a software engineer in CGI. I have 2 years of experience. Mostly I work on Angular and Java, and I have some interest on blockchain, so I came here. My question is, which movie made you laugh hard? Okay. In Telugu, there is a movie called The Kick. Okay, I don't know how many people saw that, but it gives me a lot of fun.
So it's a new movie added to your list on a weekend.
It's
So hello everyone, I am Umang Jain. I work as a full stack developer at Goldman Sachs. I have 2 years of work experience. I graduated from IIT Patna in 2001. I have a couple of years of research experience also. How do you recognize when you are stressed? Of course. I think I can recognize when I am not stressed. Stress is normal.
So you are staying at your stressed.
I think when I'm not talking to myself, that time I'm not stressed.
Hi everyone, I'm Ishwar. Currently working as software to a senior engineer to web and mobile application developer. question is, if you would eliminate one food, no one could ever get food you destroy. Actually, I don't like pizza, so I destroy the pizza.
Okay, you destroy pizza, so pizza lovers.
Yeah, I don't like pizza. That's the reason I'm destroying it.
Hi, I'm Nanda Kumar. So I work at Anko as a DevOps engineer. So I have 4 years of experience and I work on cloud and Python development. So apart from that, I started learning like this blockchain technology right now. Yeah, that's why I'm attending these meetups. So my question is, would you rather be able to invisible or able to read my minds? It's better to be invisible because I can't able to read the minds. Their mind have going anything, so better to read. Be invisible.
So I'm Suryan. I work here. I work here for the past 1 year. So I'm working in Android development as well as web development on React technologies. My question is, if you could safely eat any inedible object, what would it be? So basically, I'm a vegetarian. Even in vegetarian, I don't eat much. Inedible object. I would say bread.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Decentralized. I work at Apparel Labs from past 1.5 years. I work mostly on video and image processing stuff. And the question that I've got is, if you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? Okay, so 3 apps I would have to keep in my phone. So obviously the first one is Instagram that I would love to keep, followed by, I guess, I use Twitter more, and then YouTube.
Thank you. So just to give a brief about what's going on here, so we are just having an icebreaker. So what you'll have to come is, you have to come here and give your introduction about yourself, and we have some chits here. So just pick up a chit and whatever comes to, the question comes to you, just answer it. So we'll start with you. Please.
Hi, this is Arjun here. I'm the co-founder of a company called Tech. We're into application development and digital marketing. So this is how. So the question I've got is, what is your favorite vacation spot and why? Nearby Bangalore, I would say Coorg because of the landscape and the greenery, I would say.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sujita and I'm the project manager at Tech. what's the last thing you did for the first time? Recently, I went to a beauty parlor.
I myself Kishore, senior software engineer, West Global, Kerala, Trivandrum. So the question is what looks easy peasy lemon squeezy but is actually difficult lemon difficult. I would say coding. So, as software engineers, most of you guys will be like going through the outline where like it would be pretty much easier, but when we come to the real world, it would be very difficult than expected.
Hi everyone, myself Aditya. I have been working here since past 1.5 years. Basically, I work on the Android development and also the server-side development. So my question is, imagine you no longer have to work. How would you spend Tuesday? So I would spend my Tuesday like sitting at home playing video games and binge eating. Binge watching and binge eating. Just keep on eating. That's it.
Hi everyone, my name is Vishwanath. I'm working as an intern in Upper Labs. Question is, show us your cell phone wallpaper. Is there a story behind it? No, I kept it default on nothing. Simple.
Yeah, so let us proceed forward with our session. So I would like to call upon Swagat, Manjunath and Kanan to take over the session.
So, hi everyone, I'm Swagat Sapkare and I am a software developer at Decentralized. I mainly work on web development and app development, and currently I'm working on Web3 applications by using the technologies like blockchain, NFTs. And I again welcome you all to the Labs Meetup 7. And as you know, our today's topic is Web3, blockchain, NFTs using Near protocol. Blockchain and NFTs using Near protocol. So let's quickly go over today's agenda. So we are going to talk about evolution of web, then blockchain, then what non-fungible tokens, then smart contracts, Near protocol, then proof of work and proof of stake consensus mechanisms, then about decentralized applications and applications about the blockchain and NFTs. And at the end, we are going to have some demo and hands-on on how to create an NFT or how to transfer the NFTs. So let's quickly jump into the evolution of the web. So actually there are 3 steps of evolution happen in the web. That is Web 1.0, Web 2.0 and Web 3.0. So Web 1.0 is the first or initial version in the web where the user role was only limited to reading the content whatever present on the internet, and there were no user interactions between the static pages, and there were like no comments or reply buttons given in the pages. This is the era where applications were built using static HTML, and there were some static e-commerce sites like nowadays you see Amazon or Flipkart, you can order, you can see the feedbacks or reviews about that product, but the static e-commerce was you can only see the image of the product and you can read about that product, but if you want to buy it you have to go to shop and you have to buy it from there. And this is the era when the Java and JavaScript languages were actually invented, but they were evolving. So the developers was only creating the static pages using the HTML, and due to the drawback of user interaction, Web 2.0 came into picture. So Web 2.0 is also referred as social web or read-write web, where the user role was not limited to only reading the web, but he can also post the content on the web. It's like every user can be a content creator, and most of us has seen the web in its current situation, and it is a Web 2. Like even now also we are in Web 2, and this is the era when the many smartphones came, many inventions like APIs, podcasts, and social media apps like Instagram, Facebook came, and also the high-speed communication and high-quality camera and video apps like YouTube or Google Meet, something that was invented in 2.0. Okay, so drawbacks of 2.0 was like nowadays you can see, like if you search any product, like if you search something about this projector on the Amazon or the Flipkart, the same ad will be shown you on your social media apps like Instagram, Facebook. So we are like paying for the services with our user data, like our user or our private data is not safe. Nowadays you heard many news like user data got leaked or it got compromised. So this is the situation where the need for Web 3.0 arises. So Web 3.0 is also referred as semantic web or the read-write executive web. So what is semantic web? As the in terms of WWW, like World Wide Web inventor Lean Berners, the semantic web refers to the machines which can produce or interpret the contents like human using artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that is referred as semantic web, and there is like Web 3.0 is still evolving. So there is no standard definition for Web 3.0, but there are some core concepts that explains the Web 3.0, like a decentralization, openness, then transparency. So what is decentralization? As you see in Web 2, there are some big tech companies that controls our accounts or everything. Like we have to give our all user data to them, and there are some central servers. But in Web 3.0, there are no central controlling unit, or there is no big companies that handles or controls your data. So users data can be more secure in the Web 3.0. This is the era when the actually Web 3 is a part of metaverse. As you know, the Mark Zuckerberg is building metaverse. So Web 3 comes under metaverse. It's like a virtual reality and augmented reality, and also it's Web 3 is a permissionless. You do not need permission from any central authority to post anything on the web, or you do not need any permission to participate in the network. So, and Web 3 uses underlying technology like blockchain. So any if you take any Web 3 apps that are decentralized apps, we can say that uses blockchain as underlying technology. So let's talk about what is blockchain. So blockchain is a distributed ledger that is made up of blocks, series of blocks, and each of which contains the set of transactions, making it as immutable chain of information. Okay, so let's talk about what is ledger or a distributed ledger. So distributed ledger is a database that can be synchronized or accessible from different sites. Many people from different places can access it at the same time. So it's called a distributed ledger. And
it contains the set of transactions. Like if I send money to Manjunath, then that transaction will be recorded on that blockchain. Okay, so it will be a set of transactions. Each block can contain it is varying, but it can contain 3 to 4,000 of transactions in one block. And there are some consensus mechanisms like proof of work or proof of stakes that validates the block, and that block gets added to that the chain of blocks. So let's see what contains the block of the blockchain. Next slide. Okay, so first block of blockchain is referred as Genesis block. So let's see what is there inside the block. So data will be the set of transaction. As when the Satoshi Nakamoto released a white paper on peer-to-peer electronic cash system, he referred the blockchain first. But the Bitcoin blockchain only saves the set of transactions. But nowadays there are different types of blockchains like Ethereum, Near, or Polygon blockchains that saves any type of data. Like it's not only restricted to the transaction; we can save anything on the blockchain. So the block contains data, which can be a set of transactions. Then the previous hash will be the hash of previous block, and the hash that will be the hash of this data, previous hash, and everything. And this hash goes as a previous hash to the next block. So in Genesis block, the previous hash will be 0 as it is the first block. Okay, and here again the hash will be calculated using this data and the previous hash. So and this hash will go here. So no one can tamper the data. If you change the data, then this hash will be changed. So if this hash will be changed, we have to change the previous hash in the block 2. Then again this hash will change. Then again we have to go. So it will go on. So it's impossible, next to impossible to tamper or change the data in the blockchain. Okay. So there are let's talk about 3 pillars of the blockchain. So 3 pillars of the blockchain are decentralization, transparency, and immutability. So immutability is like you can't change any data or any transaction that got recorded on the blockchain. It's called immutability. And decentralization is, as I said, like there is no central controlling unit or no central controlling authority. So every participant who are participated in that network can be they have to mutually agree on the decision. If they want to make any decision or want to make any rule, the majority of the people who are participating on that network has to agree on that. So the blockchain is peer-to-peer network. Like there is no central server that saves the that stores or saves the data of the blockchain. It all will be there in every machines that are the node in that chain. Okay, and that blockchain is all over the world. Wherever there are nodes that can save all the data of that blockchain. So the blockchain is immutable. And to talk about the transparency, like if I send money to you and that transaction got recorded, then the other participants who are participating in that network can see the transaction details. Like he can see like I sent you the money. So this is the transparency of the blockchain. So and there are various types of blockchain. So the mainly are the private blockchain, then public blockchain, then permission blockchain, and consortium blockchain. So let's talk about the public blockchain. So public blockchain runs in the closed network. Like if you want to participate in that network, you need a permission. There is one authority who controls that network. So it's called a private blockchain. For example, Walmart uses private blockchain to save their information, their employee information in that private blockchain. So there will be one higher authority who controls or who monitors who can participate in their private blockchain. So this is called private blockchain. Then the public blockchain. Public blockchain is open to all. Anyone who wants to participate in that network, he has to download there are softwares we have to just download, and we have to just participate in that network. It's open to all. So example for public blockchains are cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Near coins. All these are the example for public blockchain, as there is like no permission needed to participate in the network. Then the third one is a permissioned blockchain. Permissioned blockchain also refers as hybrid blockchain. As permission blockchain is a private blockchain which allows the special access to the authorized individuals. Like for example, Ripple is a permissioned blockchain, and if like there is a private blockchain and you want to give access to some other things, other individual, you can give access to them. Then it will become a permissioned blockchain. So then there is a fourth type called consortium blockchain. Consortium blockchain actually has private and public both the components, where the many organizations who has similar interest or they work on the similar technology, they can operate single consortium blockchain. So if Apra Labs works on video processing and audio processing, and if your company also works on that, and we have a similar interest, we have similar projects or similar kind of information, then we can share one private blockchain between us. Then this will become a consortium blockchain. So there are many platforms nowadays that will provide you, like if you ask them for private blockchain, they will provide you private blockchain, and public anyhow it's free. Then consortium blockchain, then permission blockchain. There is one more called sidechain, which runs parallel to the main blockchain. So it's like how we use the Git versioning system. Like we develop one feature in feature branch, and then we merge with the master branch. Like this. So sidechain is helpful for developers. So these are the types of blockchains. There are many types, but these are more main four majorly types that nowadays people use. So the applications of blockchains are like it is used in data management, supply chain management, and greater user utility. So, and you might think like if just I said no, the pillar of blockchain transparency is also a pillar of blockchain. If I send money to you, everyone can see. So if you think like what is the like you want to send privately message or something, then how you can manage. So there are blockchains like on Bitcoin blockchain we can save only the plain text, only the set of transaction, as I said. But Ethereum provides one feature called whispers, where we can encrypt our data and save on the blockchain. Okay, the same Near provides Near.js encryption box. So it's still evolving, but using that we can encrypt our data and store on the blockchain. Also there are some other methods, like if you can write that encryption methods in the smart contract, and if you call that method, then the smart contract will encrypt that data and save on the blockchain. But it's a very costly process. Yeah. So do you have any questions on blockchain? Yeah.
What is smart contract?
I'll come in bit. Yeah. Just okay. So next. So now we'll talk about non-fungible tokens. So what is non-fungible? Non-fungible is non-replaceable or non-interchangeable. So if you like, let's consider this. You must have seen these board apps in the internet, like these got sold for $1 million and something like that. Recently in 2021, Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey sold his first tweet for almost $2.9 million. So let's talk about what is NFTs. So NFTs are like non-fungible tokens that can't be replaced or can't be interchanged, like how we do our other digital currencies. So NFTs are taking digital arts and collectible worlds to worlds by storm. Like in simple words, if we have to talk about non-fungible tokens, then these are the real-world object that represents the art, music, or in-game items. Also, sports highlights. That NBA Top Shot video got like sold for, I don't know what exact value, but for I guess $200 million, something like that. So we can like it is giving opportunity or giving chance to digital artists or the artists to make monetize their work. Like if you create this image and you upload it, like you create NFT for this and you put it on internet, then the auction will happen or bid will happen and they will offer the money for this. Okay. And let's talk about unique digital token. So let us consider this digital image. So many people are confused because they think they own this digital image, but that's not typically true. Like you don't own any image or even the copy of that image. You own the unique digital token, like unique digital token that points to this image. Like whenever you create this NFT, you create a unique digital token or a unique handler to that image. So we can say unique digital token as a certification of authorization. So many people actually pay for that digital token, like unique digital token. And because of this uniqueness of this NFT, it has like thousands of business ideas on the NFTs nowadays. Like because of this uniqueness of NFT, so many people think it's only related to art or collectibles. Like we have to create one image, we have to sell it, we have to put it how it is unique and everything. But because of its uniqueness, and you can use this unique digital token with your any physical product to track that product. Like nowadays. I guess 2-3 years back, IBM released that IBM food service where they track seafood from source to the end user or market. They assign this unique digital token to that product and they track that product from retail stores and everything. So, yeah, and let's talk about minting and transfer. So whenever you create the NFT, that process is called minting. So nothing but like whenever you create NFT, you execute the methods or you execute the functions that are in the smart contract that assigns you the ownership of that image and also maintain the transferability of that NFTs. So whenever you create a NFT, you have to like it will come into your wallet and then you have to put it on marketplace if you want to sell it. So on, as I said, in marketplace the bidding will happen or auction will happen depending upon the scarcity of the image or the uniqueness of image, and it's totally depending upon demand and supply. So that people will give some money to that NFTs, and also every time like now. For example, I created this board app image, I put it on NFT marketplace and you bought it. Okay, so that time I get the money. But when you sell that NFT to other person, that time also I get the royalty for that thing. So as a content creator or the artist, I am getting more money, like getting more chance to monetize my work. So this is about the NFT blockchain. So some examples for NFTs are in-game items. Like whenever you see the video games, you can buy some clothes or some avatars to your character. So that are nothing but the NFTs. And whenever you want to sell it, you can sell it. Yeah. So these, and also as I said, NFTs is used in supply chain management where we can assign this unique digital token to the physical product or physical items, and that can be tracked. So and yeah, yes. And now in hands-on, I'll show you how to mint the NFT, how to transfer it. Yeah, and to name some popular NFT marketplaces like OpenSea, Kraken, then Coinbase, and also PayPal. These are some popular NFT marketplaces. I guess this is the view from NFT marketplaces. Like whenever you put here, the money will show, the name of the image or name of the NFT will show here. The rating or the near coin, like not exactly near coin, but the cryptocurrency coin. Like if you put it on Ethereum marketplace, then like it will show the value in Ether. If you put it on near, then it will show it on near. Yeah, that's pretty much about non-fungible tokens. You have any questions here?
One question: how this unique digital token, okay, that we are providing to seafood or like for tracking that, how that works? Let's say if I order anything in Amazon, they will provide the sticker and if it goes to any data warehouse, they will scan. That means you can track that key. But how in Web3 way in a decentralized way, how that digital tokenization works?
Hologram that are put up on the products to see the uniqueness of that. We can actually assign or add this unique digital token inside the QR code, and that we can track, like whenever we scan that QR code, it gives us the unique digital token. Also, there are some APIs, like we have to write that APIs that will tell us, like if you provide this unique digital token to as a body to that API, that will tell us whether it's a unique digital token or it's an NFT or not. It will tell you. So there are different business perspective for doing this unique digital token. So one is like adding it as inside the QR code, and whenever you scan, the API will call and it will check whether it's NFT or not. And you can easily prove the ownership of these NFTs directly, as it uses the blockchain as underlying technology. We can't temper or can't change the data or NFT once it's created on the blockchain.
Okay, means like there is a box is receiving, right? You can't duplicate that.
Yeah.
So instead of the actual box, I can send some other box. So it will tell that it's means that's why it's right. It's a unique ID.
Let's say in Amazon if you go to one warehouse, they can paste another QR on that and they can send that. But in this digital world, that can't be happening.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, let's compare what are cryptocurrencies and NFTs. So our cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Near are the fungible tokens. Like they can be interchanged or exchanged on the market directly. Like value of one Bitcoin will always same as value of another Bitcoin. But the value of one NFT can't be same as value of another NFT. So NFTs are non-fungible, but the cryptocurrencies are fungible tokens. And if you want to represent, then NFT will be a tuple of token ID and account ID, where token ID uniquely identifies the NFT and account ID identifies the owner. And if you talk about EFTs or the fungible tokens, it will be a tuple of account ID and number of tokens. Like you can mint same cryptocurrencies, like I don't know what is the exact value for blockchains that are in market today, but the final value will be 21 million bitcoins. So how many bitcoins are there in the market will be number of tokens, and account ID will be like if your account ID is your name and the number of tokens is how many bitcoins you own. So this will be tuple of account ID and number of tokens for fungible tokens.
So when we actually try to transfer the collectibles from one person to another, how is the ID updated or something?
Token ID will not be updated, but the account ID will be updated. There we have to write the smart contract. The smart contract like NFT transfer. Okay. So you call that method that will handle the transferability, as it will transfer update that account ID with your name, and that will be like sold to you or transferred to you. During hands-on, I will be showing how to transfer that NFT and how we can check like NFT, in your account you can check whether this NFT is on my wallet and I transfer to you. You can call the method or you can directly go visit wallet and see whether this NFT is in your wallet in the collectible tab. Yes.
So if there is a digital art which I like and it is owned by someone else on the blockchain, and now I really like this digital art and I want to use it, but I don't want to pay for it. So what will stop me from just saving the image or just taking a screenshot and using it anywhere and then?
No, nothing can stop you. You can save that image, you can use screenshots, but you won't be owning that NFTs. So many people who are like doing the NFT exchanges, they really look for this unique digital token and not really for that image. So you can't prove that you are the owner of that image, but the NFT owner who owns that NFT can prove that he is the owner.
Similar to you are taking screenshot of Mona Lisa and keeping it.
Yeah. But the unique image,
You won't be owning Mona Lisa.
same as that.
So do these apes have some intellectual property right with them?
Actually, there are club called Board Apes Catch Club. They maintain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how values of this NFT will go high, low, right?
So
Like value of price of this NFT, you said right, this monkey NFT gone high.
Yeah.
So how this value is going high? In case of
Actually, it depends upon the.
demand, right?
Sorry.
Like in case of Bitcoin or something, it's high demand.
Yeah. For NFT also, it's demand and supply only, and depending upon the scarcity of that image. Like as you are a buyer, you think this is a very unique image, or you find something unique or something different in that image, then you bid for that, or you put some like I'll give $2. If someone else like bid for it like $3 million, so it's depending upon the scarcity, demand and supply. Same thing.
Typically, when you put this board app in the marketplace, right? Any marketplace, NFT marketplace, which is called, one of them is OpenSea, right? So when you put it there, there will be auction going on, and you list your NFT. So people will bid for that, and that price automatically goes up. So whenever it starts, then someone will buy your token, and it will transfer to their account.
Yeah.
So typically.
It can go to 0.1 ether also, or 0.001 ether also. It depends upon the scale.
Based on images, popularity it will go.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, we can say it's on the mindset of the buyer, like how he can give or how he can like. So let's talk about what are smart contracts. So smart contracts are the programs that are stored on the blockchain and that runs when some predetermined conditions are met. For example, take a digital vending machine. When you go to digital vending machine, you put the coin and you select the product, and it gives you the product. Okay. So how the digital vending machine remove the need for vendor employee? The same smart contract will remove the need of intermediaries. Like another example is like you want to send money to him, Manjuna. Then what you do is like you request like I want to send rupees 50 to him. So that request will go to your bank. The bank will verify if your account has enough balance. Then it will search for his account. Then it will transfer. But the smart contract removes that intermediaries. Like whenever you request, that request will go to that request executes the function or the method from the smart contract, and it directly transfers the money to him. So actually, smart contracts can be written in different languages. As Ethereum supports Solidity, you might have heard about Solidity. So Near protocol supports Rust and assembly script. Rust is general purpose programming language, which is same as C or C++, and assembly script is same as TypeScript. Also the types with JavaScript with types. And you like that smart contract code will be compiled to the WebAssembly code. So Ethereum provides EVM, it is Ethereum virtual machine that compiles the code, and you can like before deploying the smart contract to your blockchain or a specific address, you have to compile it and then only you have to deploy it. So Ethereum supports EVM, where Near protocol supports Aurora EVM. So that compiles our smart contract and it saves on blockchain. So whenever we request for NFT mint or NFT transfer, the method from that smart contract will get executed and it will be transferred or created on behalf of you. So this is how the smart contract removes the need for intermediaries. And actually in smart contracts, there are actually two methods, main methods. We name it as view method and change method. View method will not modify the state of the smart contract, whereas change method will modify the state of a smart contract. And view method is free. It do not cost anything to you or any gas, but the change method costs the gas. It burns the gas. So, for example, if you want to see the balance in your account, in your crypto account, or how many cryptocurrencies you own, then you can call methods like get balance, get available balance, something from the blockchain, from the smart contract. It will get you the balance. It will not change the state of that smart contract. So it's free. And but if you want to create NFT or transfer NFT, you call like NFT mint. It will change the state of the smart contract, and it's payable, like it burns some gas. You have to pay some gas fees or transaction fees for that. So we'll be seeing how the code actually looks in the smart contract in our demo. Yeah, and benefits of smart contracts is it's fast, secure, and transferable. Like if you wrote a smart contract and you deployed at specific address on the blockchain, the other people who are participating in that network can see your smart contract. Also, there is something called multi-sig contract, which stands for multi-signature contract, which prevents the single point of failure. Like whenever if there is something like 2-3 people can own that multi-signature contract. So if there are some vulnerabilities or something wrong in the smart contract, then that multi-signature will prevent hackers to hack or go inside the blockchain. So that is the benefit of multi-sig smart contract, and also it's trustable and transferable. You have any questions on smart contracts? So let's talk about Near protocol. So Near protocol is layer 1 blockchain. As you know, Bitcoin is also a blockchain and Ethereum is also a blockchain. The same way, Near is also a layer 1 blockchain who owns their own blockchain. Like actually there are types, different types, layer 1, layer 2. Layer 2 uses the blockchain from different, we can say the owner, different blockchains. So this is the layer 1 blockchain. It's simple to use, it's developer friendly, and it's a fast. It uses a technology called nightshade sharding. So sharding is nothing but partitioning a database into smaller parts and saving it on the different machines. So it makes it faster. So that is why the Near protocol is faster, and it's cheap. Like it offers very minimum transaction fees whenever you do any transaction or you do any communication with blockchain. So it's cost efficient also. And also Near protocol uses proof of stake as consensus mechanism. We are going to talk about what are consensus mechanism in a bit of time. So it uses the proof of stake as consensus mechanism, and it provides various tools. Like user tools are Near wallet. So wallet is a basic place where you can store all your private keys, public keys, also your collectibles. Like as I said, like whenever you mint or create the NFTs, that will be like you want to see whether you have owned that NFT. You can go to your wallet and see in the collectible tab. It will show you the NFTs you own. And also there is a tab called, I guess, availability something. There it can show you the how many coins you own or the cryptocurrencies you own. Then there is a Near Explorer. Near Explorer is a web view for the transaction. You can see all the details about that transaction, like who sent money to whom, and also the what is the hash for that particular block. Also what amount of gas burned for that transactions, and also account IDs. And one more thing I forgot is on the Ethereum or Bitcoin blockchain. Your public key will be your identifier or your account name. It will show as a public key, and private key is close to your password. Okay, but in Near protocol, it provides human readable names as identifiers. Instead of using public key directly, you can give your name XYZ as name for your account. So it is easy to remember also. So Near Explorer will show the web view in all the details of the transactions. Then there is something called Stats Gallery. It's a graph or chart tool where we can see the progress or the history of our cryptocurrency, how it performed. Then also we can see the see more about the NFTs there, and also it is like a collection of this near worlded explorers and everything, which is an analytical tool. It shows you in graphs and charts everything about it. And there is something called the Rainbow Bridge. Like if you have an account on Ethereum and you own one NFT, but now after seeing this, you thought of changing or shifting to the near protocol, and you want to transfer all your information and all your NFTs to the near protocol. The near protocol supports the Rainbow Bridge, where we can transfer all our information or NFTs from Ethereum to near protocol. Yeah, so these are the user tools, and as I said, near protocol is very developer friendly as it provides the near CLI. Using near CLI, like they have a very good documentation. They have also called Zero to Hero tutorial on their official site. There they have given every steps very clearly, and we can learn fast there using their Zero to Hero tutorial. So near CLI, using the command line tool, we can give the commands. Now we are in hands-on. I'll show you using near CLI how to create the NFT, how to transfer the NFT. We can do login. We can point to or go to our near wallet to read the keys or read the NFTs using near CLI. Also, it supports the JavaScript and the Rust SDKs. We can directly call the APIs from these SDKs, and also it supports JavaScript API. There is something called some package called near API.js, where you can import in your Node.js or any backend you are using, and from there you can do the RPC node calls to the blockchain, and you can read the data from the blockchain. Like if you want to use the blockchain for some reason in your Web2 app, you can use this near API.js package to save some information and retrieve the information from the blockchain. So these are the developer tools that supports near protocol. So now Manjunath will talk about some consensus mechanism. Over to you, Manjunath. Thank you.
So before jumping into this proof of work or proof of stake consensus mechanism, let me talk about something about by taking an example of Bitcoin. So whenever any person A to person B makes any transaction in the Bitcoin, suppose I send one Bitcoin to Swagger, and how it actually gets verified. So when it is not owned by a single authority, then who is going to verify that transaction, right? If you have heard about this blockchain when Swagger was saying, right? There is actually a series of blocks which contains the transactions, right? So what actually happens is there is a P2P network which consists of all the machines. So we all can join that network, and we will be the miners. You might be heard about this word called mining, Bitcoin mining, what actually it is, right? So let me explain you that. Suppose we all are in network, and now we want to mine the Bitcoin. So what miners are nothing but the validators, like the transaction verifiers. So now what happens if I make a transaction to him? So the transaction will not be present in the blockchain initially. So to add that transaction to blockchain, we need verifiers, so that this person is transferring this much Bitcoin to him, and it should be verified whether it is a legible or legal transaction or not, right? So what happens is if you want to become a participant in that network, you have to have there are some specifications that you need to have to become a node. We call these single entities as a node in that P2P network. So you have software, utility software, which you download in your machine, and you will have all these GPUs and CPUs to run that software. So what actually happens when you install this software, it will be running in the background. So what happens is when you run this software, you will be downloading all the whole blockchain transactions happened right from 2009. When you download all these transactions, all the transactions that are made till now in the blockchain, in the Bitcoin blockchain, will be available in your machine. The same will be available with all the nodes. So now if any one person makes any transactions, what actually happens is everyone will start they will be finding the target hash by solving some complex mathematical puzzles. So you heard about that hash, right? Target hash. So whenever a blockchain is added, when a block is added to blockchain, it will be having some hash in the end, right? So using that hash, you have to find some target hash to add a new block to the blockchain. So everyone will be any nodes in the network will be computing in that by that software, and you will be finding the target hash. Everyone will be in a race to achieve that target hash, and he will be the one to add a block to that blockchain with that transaction. So whenever he adds that block to the blockchain, so his blockchain will be the major one compared to others, right? So he will be obviously one block ahead of all others. So now when he will add that blockchain, right, all others will be verifying that hash with their transactions in their machine, because they already have the transactions, right? So they will be verifying whether it is a legit transaction or not. So when they will verify, okay, then that software will give, okay, these transactions are not tampered or not altered, and now we can add this new block into that blockchain. So when you add this new block to the blockchain, so everyone in the blockchain, I mean in the P2P network, will verify that transaction and the new block will be added. So what you will get, right? So if you are using your computing capacity, so to run this software, right, you will be needing a lot of GPUs and computing power. So it will be requiring a lot of electricity, right? So by you will be having a lot of money implementing that, right? So what you will get in return? So you will be getting some reward when one person who is a miner who is adding this block to the blockchain will receive some reward from the Bitcoin, like currently it is 6.25. Initially it started with 50. For every 4 years it will be hard to just maintain the inflation and everything. So it will be hard. Now it is 6.25 right now. So rightly in 2024 it will become one more half, like it will become like 3 point something. So it will be half, and this reward will be given to the miner. So he owns that Bitcoins, and that transaction will be verified and added to the Bitcoin blockchain, right? So this is how a transaction will be verified in the blockchain, and all the blocks will get added to the blockchain. And for every 10 minutes, there is a new block added there, correct? So this brings us to the consensus mechanism called proof of work. So whatever work you are doing to find the target hash is called as proof of work. So if you see all the computing thing that you are doing, so which is actually not environment friendly, right? So it is not like it is actually consuming a lot of electricity. See, suppose in whole world in a P2P network, everyone is trying to find the target hash. They are using a lot of electricity, which is actually not environment friendly. And someone will raise a question like, why we are doing this? So suppose it will consume a lot of electricity that some small country uses that much, like Austria, it uses that much amount of electricity. So this brings us to the concept of proof of stake. So proof of stake, it works opposite to the proof of stake. I mean proof of work. What it actually does is so this whenever we don't have to mine anything. So in proof of stake, miners will be called as validators here. We don't call them miners because we are not actually mining. Proof of stake is nothing but suppose Ethereum blockchain now it is using proof of work concept, but they are migrating to proof of stake concept. So what is actually the proof of stake concept? The word itself means staking, right? So whenever you own some Ethereum, suppose right now if you want to become a node in the Ethereum blockchain, so you want to validate some transactions, so what you will do is you will become a node by owning 32 ETH in your account. So you will be owning some ETH. Now you will become the validator. So your coins will be on stake. So and all the transactions that happen on Ethereum blockchain will be verified by you. And like you, there are many people verifying the transaction in that blockchain. So now what happens? So now you can go in your blockchain, and what you will do is you will transfer some data and you will change some transactions and you will upload that to the blockchain. So all others will verify, right? So if they find that you are tampering the data in that blockchain, they will obviously get to know, okay, this guy is not legitimate. I mean, he is doing some illegal thing. So what they will do is it will automatically take your stake. I mean, whatever 32 ETH that you have kept for staking, right? It will automatically deduct from that. It's like a punishment that you are doing something illegal, right? So that's how proof of stake works. So that no way it can get tampered. So if you want to attack something, I mean, if you want to make any changes to the blockchain, then you have to have like 51% more coins with you to attack. So no one owns 51% coins, right, in the whole world. So if it is owning, it will be a lot of money involved in this. So if you want to hack anything, then you should own 51%, and then you will become major one, and you can tamper the data. So which doesn't actually happen. It is next to impossible. So these are nothing but the proof of work versus proof of stake. So if you have any doubts, please do ask.
And also the proof of stake is carbon neutral.
Yeah, and environment friendly. So most of the blockchains that are evolving right now will be using proof of stake, like Cardano or some other blockchains.
How these concepts work in private blockchains?
Actually, yeah, good question. So when it comes to private blockchains, so there will be users, right? So if any decentralized application that is running, so obviously there will be users, right? They will be using. So for them, they will be owning some tokens or anything, right? So they will be in stake. If you see proof of stake, they will be in stake, right? So they will be verifying all the transactions, and that private blockchain owning company will take care of that.
Because
so,
private blockchain has one single authority who controls the blockchain. They will validate the block and they will add it to the blockchain.
But they don't actually own the data. All the data, right? They won't own.
But they have more stakes.
It can get completely, let's say, Walmart only. There will be some 10 top managers.
Yeah.
They are owning all the blockchain. They want to add some person join that company. How that process works?
I mean, you want to become a validator in that Walmart, or what you want?
I want to become a validator.
Validator.
Yeah.
Okay. So in Walmart, right? So if you want to join the Walmart blockchain, so you will join, right? There will be of course there will be a lot of validators, right? Along with you. So anyway, there will be like, if consider more than 10 validators are there for any transaction that is made on Walmart, right? So obviously, if you are the tampering the data, then of course all the 9 people won't agree to that, right? They will automatically just discard it. Anyway, the majority will be winning, right? So that's how private blockchain will be working. It is same as public blockchain, but it is actually their company owning that blockchain because they have some supply chain management of that products, right? Any more doubts? Okay, let's move on to the next slide. So when we come to decentralized applications, right? So any applications that you build on this blockchain, using blockchain technology as a reference, so basic technology, any apps that we build will be the decentralized applications. So when you consider Bitcoin is also a kind of decentralized application. So which was first ever built. I mean, first ever application of blockchain was done with Bitcoin. So what happens is no one is owning the data of any application. So if you want to develop any application on blockchain, so all the data will be distributed and user will be having the control over it. So no one can any change to that. So if you have any app, suppose we have Twitter right now, right, which is owned by central authority Elon Musk, right? So now he will be owning all the data, and your all data will be stored in the cloud. Right now it is not like that in this case of decentralized application. What I will be doing is, if you heard about something, that Jack Dorsey is like, he will be bringing the Twitter rival app called Blue Sky. So he will be using Web3 decentralized application, which is that, and all the data will be owned by the users, and they won't be having any control of the data to him. So, and all the data won't be hosted in cloud. It will be same like a blockchain. It will be in the blockchain. Okay. So any message that you have sent or anything, so it will be permanent and it won't be changed. It won't be deleted. Okay. So which is called as decentralized application. So what are the advantages of decentralized application? Which is enhanced security. So no one can ever change, which is immutability. So no one can ever change anything on the blockchain. So, and also transparency and immutability, the same thing. Immutability no one can change, and transparency is anyone can, see the data. But when it comes to anyone can see the data, it is not actually the data. It's like private messages. If you see, Swagger has to Ethereum has some private messages that you can send on the data, but no one can see that. It will be encrypted. So only the transaction that you do is you can see. Okay. So the other thing is user ownership. User owns everything. So right now no one can hack over your data and use it for some advertising purpose or something, right? So which brings us to user ownership. Efficiency. So which eliminates, actually, if you want to what I can say, if I want to send any money to anything, right? When it comes to decentralized finance, right? So when you are making any transactions to it, no, the bank is involved in between. When a person A is transferring some money to B, so suppose SBI will be there in between, so take your money and just transfer it to the bank. So here it will eliminate that. So you will be having that efficiency so that you can directly make any transaction to the target entity, and you will do that with all the security involved. Global availability. Right now, if you see PUBG, right? So if you actually what PUBG is, it was there in China, so it was actually banned in India, and then no one can able to download it. When it comes to decentralized application, it is always there all around the world. Anyone can download it and use it, right? So which is called as global availability, and there is no restriction regulations, which is brings us to the global availability.
One more thing, like in decentralized finance, we can keep our NFTs as collaterals and you will get a loan using that NFT. So as you said, like you can copy or you can screenshot that NFT and you go to the decentralized finance, or you are trying to get loans in the decentralized finance, you won't be getting the loan. You have to prove your ownership of your NFT there.
On top of like in decentralized, if you have the money, then only you will get the loan. Otherwise, you won't get it. If you have the asset already, then only you will get any loan. Otherwise, you won't get. Let's say
yeah, you have to have a digital asset.
Yeah, if you have that asset only, you can get a loan in different form.
Yeah.
Like in Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Yeah, something should be in stake, right? If you want to.
Like in outside, if I go to bank, I have a job, you will get a loan.
Yes.
But in decentralized, that won't happen.
Yeah, go ahead. So the final part of this is blockchain applications. So first you can say is healthcare. So what actually happens in healthcare is if you go to any hospital, then you have to give your data like what age, other name, and everything. So when it comes to blockchain, you can maintain your data in the blockchain. So if you go to any other hospital, it can easily transfer, and your data cannot be changed, and it will be more secure. And when it comes to medicines, so any company who is involved in manufacturing those medicines, so you can always maintain the supply chain management between medicines and the buyers actually. So if any other company behaving as a original company and trying to sell some illegal drugs or anything, which won't happen in the blockchain, so it can be reduced. That's how we have the application of healthcare of blockchain. And transfer contracts and bills. Suppose if a person A wants to buy any land, so what he will do is he obviously have lawyer involved, all the documents, paperwork involved in this, right? So now you want to transfer any a person A wants to sell his land to B, and he wants to have this paperwork, and also a person A should be legitimate. Lawyer should be verifying him, right? So when it comes to this blockchain, so anyone who is owning that land will have all the documents in the blockchain maintained. And now if he wants to transfer, okay, one thing is, if you have transferred once and it is done, okay, so you have to be careful when transferring 1%, it can't be reversed, right? So the transactions will be immutable. So when you transfer, and there will be no middleman in between, like a lawyer or something who will be verifying. You can transfer, then he owns the land. So like that, transfer and contracts will be done. When it comes to voting, right now we have some secure, but not actually secure. Old system we have is paper thing voting, right? So right now we have electronic ballots. So to do the voting system. Now using the blockchain, we can maintain actually the voting system. So anyone who actually votes, so will be there. No one can anyway change that voting system, right? anyone who's okay, this person is okay to him, no one can change that, which will reduce a lot of corruption or anything. So, real person who has got more votes will be the election. So if you see that application, many of the universities for the presidential elections, they are using actually the blockchain in foreign countries. So I hope even government will be bringing that. And protection of copyright and royalties. So any person who is composing any music, so it will be owned and he will be having all the copyrights, right? So anything, he can maintain all his copyrights and everything in the blockchain. And also if any music is downloaded from the blockchain, so if you save anything, and he'll be getting all the royalties equally, so there won't be any middleman involved who is okay, I will be distributing anything, so I'll be getting some money cut from that money that should get all to the music composer, right? So we can do that. Anti-money laundering, so no one can ever change. I mean, if you want to send any money, so you'll be directly sending it, so no other person will be involved, so there won't be any money laundering in this blockchain. So these are all the applications of blockchain. So obviously you might be asking whether blockchain will be ever be hacked or anything, right? If you have a question, right? So if you want to hack any blockchain, so if you see there are many hacks happened in last 5 to 6 years. If you see FTX or anything, so these are not actually the hacks that happened on the blockchain technology, I mean blockchain underlying layer, but it actually happened on the smart contracts or any code that was having these loopholes in their contracts, right? It happened on that. So people find some loopholes in that and they will obviously change the thing. But all the data that was ever maintained in the, if you see Bitcoin blockchain, was never tampered. And if you want to tamper, then you have to own all the 51% nodes in the Bitcoin network, and then you can do that, which is impossible. So that is one thing about blockchain. Yeah. That's all about anything. So if you have any questions, you can take up. Yeah.
You said. You said that once the transaction is done, it cannot be reverted.
It cannot be reversed. Yes.
So by mistake, if I done a transaction, then how it can be reverted?
No, there is no way. As there is no single authority that is owning. So if you are doing any transaction, obviously you will be having password and everything done, right? So anyway, you will be paying it through your phone pay, then you have to enter password. There won't be any way, okay, you will be by mistakenly send, you can send, but now there is a government involved. But here in decentralized application, there won't.
It is done.
Yeah, it's done. So you have to ask that person to send it back. So yeah.
Or you have to own 51% more.
Yeah, and again, take your money back. Yes. That's all. Yeah.
The guy is just trying to understand the validation part.
Yes.
So there is in a public blockchain. So there is a transaction happening between me and you.
Yes.
So how will the validator have a proof that it is a legitimate transaction?
Yes. So any transactions that happen, right? So you will be the node, right? If you have everything, all the transactions will be downloaded in your machine. Correct? All the transactions that ever happened from 2009 to now, all the transactions will be downloaded in the machine. So similarly, all others will be having that data, similar data, right? So now any one person who is validating, who is adding that block to the blockchain, now obviously that blockchain should match this transaction, your blockchain, right? It should be, I mean there are copies of blockchain in all the machines. You have to match that, right? Or that if the latest, if anyone who is involved in tampering the data in the middle of the block, so if any middle block in the blockchain will be changed, all the other hash will be changed. So obviously the last hash will be changed, right? So we'll obviously get to know, okay, this hash is not matching with my hash. And obviously you won't be verifying. That's how it is validated.
Transaction, like I send money, whether I can send money or not. No, you are not validating exact the transaction, you are validating the hash of that block or other.
That's all. Any more questions? Okay, no questions. So we can move on to hands-on. So we can try. Over to you. Yes.
Yeah. We have some quick hands-on on how to like create a contract with the near network, how to create a account, how to mint a token, and then transfer and view the transaction details. So you can go to the near website and you can read about how to, as Swagat mentioned, there is a tutorials available how to create an account, how to mint a token, how to transfer. So before we want to do any transaction on that, you have to have your account on that. Then you have to log in, like similarly how we are logging into other applications. Then we can create a contract and deploy the contract, and then transfer the token and also use it. Okay. So this is for the near protocol. They have given a like for to test that application it's working or not. There is a testnet account. So using that we can create a account. For example, I have created the account called the meetup_main.testnet. This is the main account I have created. With that I can deploy the contract. And I have created another account, meetup account too, just for whatever the things I have created, the token or something, I can transfer to the other account.
If you take any blockchain, mainly like at least it will provide you two types of networks. Like one is testnet and mainnet. While you are developing your application, decentralized application or web application, you will be using the testnet to test your application, and if it's working fine, then you can change it to the mainnet. So at least two. Near provides one more called local net also. I guess Ethereum might have some extra types of networks. Yes. But the testnet and mainnet will be the at least two types of network will be present on any blockchain.
This is mainly for to make sure that the developer should believe that everything is working fine. Then I can go to live. When I go to live, I will go with mainnet, and before going to live, I need to test and all the things are working or not. So I use a testnet. It's a free account, so you can be able to do. They will be initially giving some values or money.
Whenever you create a testnet account on Near, it will give you, I guess, 200 Nears. So using that currency, you can do the transaction, and the transaction fees will get debited from that whatever they have initially provided with the value.
So the gas which you have mentioned.
Yeah, gas.
Okay. Now I said right, I have just created two accounts. Then I will go down. Okay, this is the way. So like I want to do the I want to interact with the near protocol, right? Near protocol network, near blockchain network. I can like communicate using the Rust SDK or JavaScript SDK. Also, they have provided a like CLI tool. You can install that. It's like a command line interface. So using that, you can create that. For example, I want to create the near account. This is the command to create the account. So I'll be creating. There is a contract ID. What is that I'm creating? What is the master account? I'm using that to create. To create the account, I need some money I need to spend. So that we can call it near. So we are passing some values at that. So with that, the new account will be getting created.
So basically, this command, what this command does is it creates a custodial account. Like there is a main account, and you are creating account on behalf of other. Like this here we have to give the smart contract ID, and this will be the main account, and you are like sending money from your account to that newly created account.
Yeah. So before creating account, you have to log in with your main account name. First you need to log in, then login will be authenticated. Then you are allowed to create an account, and then we are creating the contract. So once the contract is created, then I will be publishing it in the near network. So this is what deploy the contract. This is available. The contract will be available in the network. Then I can able to see the view metadata of the contract. Means I have created the contract. So what is the purpose of the contract? This contract nothing similar to like how whenever you have a contract with any company as a contract employee or permanent employee, there will be a set of instructions. Similarly, when you have a contract with your house owner or something, so it's like it's a contract. It's run as a code in the near blockchain network.
So as I said, like whenever you compile the smart contract, it gets converted to WebAssembly file. So this is this command stands for that. It before deploying, it compiles that smart contract. On here, that Rust or assembly script code will get compiled to the WebAssembly. That the extension is .wasm. So here you can see your compiled smart contract code.
This is about viewing what is my contract, what are the information I have like mentioned in my contract. So okay, this is the way like I will be creating a token or unique ID. This see there is a call near and call. Then we have to pass the set of parameters to create the unique tokens. So this will, once it is created, the token will be available. That with the token we can associate any soft video or music or anything, or it can be linked with any physical item also. And again, this is getting recorded in the blockchain network. So once I have created the digital asset, so then I can, when it is goes to marketplace or something, right, I can able to sell or transfer. So this is the next command is just transfer that particular unique token to the other person. Also, I want to view the token. I can give the token number. I can able to see the token details.
So actually, this near call is calling the methods from the smart contracts, where the NFT mint is one method, NFT transfer is another method. So on the NFT mint, this function accepts these types of parameters of the arguments. So token ID, here we can generate the unique ID, UUID, and about the metadata, like you are creating that board as a NFT, then you can tell about more information or the title of that NFT, description, and also in media you can give the link for that digital image. And also you might be confusing number of tokens, like if NFT is a unique, then why we are providing a number of tokens. So it's like you can skip this, but this is a business requirement. We can meet in some projects we require just the unique digital token. So we are like only want that unique digital token. We don't care what is the image. So you can create, but that time you have to change the token ID. So each image will be the same, but the underlying, the unique digital token will be different. So the same image will have different unique digital tokens. So on business requirement, you can modify the metadata as same as here, and addition is also the comes under like this. Like you want to mint the tokens in different edition, then you can provide the editions also, which is optional. These are optional. Then receiver ID, here we have to provide the receiver ID, where you can just mint the NFT in your own wallet or from in different others account also. Like receiver ID, like I am minting the NFT, I can give the receiver ID as my same name, or I'll mint in Kanan's wallet also. So this will skip the transfer step. Like you want to mint for him, then you can directly mint in his wallet from your account. And then again account ID and amount.
Yeah. In this NFT mint, right, there is a JSON, like you can get the curly brace start and end, right? So you can mention list of properties based on your business requirement. Here just this is like a template, like it's token ID is a mandatory thing. Then metadata. Inside the metadata you can keep what is the purpose of this particular token or particular digital asset, and you can give some other link or whatever the information you wanted to, you can provide. Now once we have created the minted the token, for a minting token they will be charging some cost. You can see, right, there is a amount 0.0 near, or there will be a cost. Similarly, there is a if I want to transfer some token to some other person, there will be a cost involved. There is a deposit you have to. So for view, they will not be charging anything. even both mainnet and testnet account also.
So these two are the change methods, and the last one is view method.
So always this call, right? It's a change method. It's like I am doing some transaction on that near blockchain network, so it will be getting charged. So this can be used for based on your business requirement, like they said voting or like validating the genuinity of that particular product. So it's based on the use case, business use case. I can show you yeah, I'll show you the smart contract code. So you can see that. So this code is written REST. It's a template. It's a template for just creating a contract and creating a token. So this thing you can modify it according to your business use case. If you go to this near blockchain website, right, you can able to download this actual code. Then I can modify these changes according to my business requirement. Which it's like the same as any JavaScript or C++ code. So here I can do whatever the changes I want. For example, not clear. You can see this. There is a code is written like mint. This is the one. When I call the mint, right, this is the code will be called. So here you can write the code how you want to write your business use case. So I will just.
You can generate using UID, or they will provide the code. They will. So if you want the token addition to be the same, then you can use any UID function where you randomly generate the token.
Yeah. This token ID creation is based on your use case. You can create it as a based on how much differences you want, volume of the data. So 8 digit, or you can create some number. It's up to you. But you should create it as a unique token. If I am created one token, I can't create the same token ID. I can create a new token. So it will give you the error. So for example, I will show you that in the now you can see that. So I have created a new. It's visible, right? So this is just we have created a account. This is the blockchain near blockchain explorer. Here we can able to see what is my account. For example, this is my meetup. This is my testnet account, and you can see this. This is the balance I have right now. This is the balance I have, and these are the collectibles. These are the tokens or unique IDs, digital assets I have created. So you can see that, right? If I am clicking that particular item, you can see this URL. This is a. It says that this is a testnet. This is my contract. Under that, there is a token is created, token 4. If I want, I can transfer this token to some other person. Token nothing but a digital asset, or it can be physical asset linked with this contract.
We can able to see this in open here.
Which one?
Open see, you can able to see.
We have to list this NFT. We have to take, like, we have now created an NFT. We have to take it and put it on marketplace, like OpenSea or Kraken. Or if you want to gift it to someone, you can directly transfer from here. Like, no need to put it on like OpenSea or any marketplaces.
And its cost, how you can, like, right?
We can see like on Internet Explorer we can see the transaction history.
Yeah, I'll show you one. Yeah, this is the like digital proof what we have for the item is transferred to somebody else. You can see this, right? This is the person is signed and who is the receiver, what is the status, how much transaction fees is the person.
Transaction fees. It's in near. If you go for on Ether, it will be in Ether.
And this is the information. So this is the receiver, this is the account. That account received my token number 5. So with that we are digitally recording all these transactions happen. This is a proof for the token transfer whatever I done.
And a smart contract we can able to write in Rust only for this.
On near you can write in Rust or assembly script, which is similar to TypeScript. But if you take Ethereum, you have to have writing solidity.
Yeah. In near they are kind of developing in JavaScript also. Kind of not. They are working on it. But already the code was written in Rust, it is working fine. So we have tested everything and we are continuing with the Rust.
So this particular collectible, if you are actually displaying it in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So how should we write the code for it, or do you already have any APIs that we can call for it?
No, actually, you have to visit whichever marketplace you want to. There they will provide you the interface. From there only we have to.
Yeah, because you are going to buy from there. Like you are not going to implement this you can go to the marketplace and you should have registered with this account. You can buy it.
They might be having their SDKs to directly connect, but they are not explored.
In case the situation arises, say I have an app and I am putting it into a marketplace without the UI of the particular provider, say for example here in this case. So is that possible? Through my app, can I do it automatically? Without the user, say I have an app and the user needs to put the collectibles into marketplace or any other marketplace through near, but not visiting his UI. Is that possible? This clear that directly through my
You need this blockchain to create the NFT. So you have to have visit case.
So you can have your own UI, right? Because you'll be calling anyway these APIs. So you can get all the balance and everything, right? And all the rates that you NFT own, right? So you can show any UI also, right? By calling those APIs. But if you want to see if you want to debugging purpose, like if you want to see everything you own in this near, you can come here. For users, you can provide UI of your application.
In your app, you can use the APIs from here
So
and
APIs are provided.
yeah, they have APIs. So you will give their like add token ID, add image here, create NFT button. That will internally call all the APIs. It will create the NFTs and it will show. And if you want, then you can also show one button, list it to marketplace. That will again call the APIs from that particular area.
Okay, right now whatever you are seeing, right, this balance is the API only. You are calling the near network and asking to get the what is the balance. And also collectible. See, I have created total 4 tokens. Unique tokens are created. So it says 4 tokens. So I want to get the information about this particular token. Click on that. This is also API to give me the information about that particular token. It will give you the information about that, so that I can come to know who is the owner of this particular token. This guy is the owner of this particular token. If you switch to other account, you can see that this owner of the you can see that now this is the account 2 is the owner of this particular token, because it is already transferred from account 1 to another account 2. And it has the this is a like user interface whatever they have developed. You can develop the mobile application or a web application based on your business requirement, like how to transfer. Maybe you may not like how it looks, or you can do it for based on your requirement. The same thing, whatever we are doing it here, right? Through this is they have given a like web application to test that thing. You can write it on your own, or you can do it through command line also. That's what we are discussing. Consider that I want to create a new token. I can just create it. I can just copy and paste this one. This will create a new token. You can see, right? This is a call, contract ID, mint, and if I give all the details, it will create a new token, and that will be appear in this page. So one more new token will be created here. What I can create one token and show you that how. So consider that this is the token. Already you have seen that there are 4 items are there. I am creating one more. This should be unique ID for sequencing. I am just putting this token 6 or token.
If you use the same token ID, the smart contract will get panicked. So it will not.
It won't allow you to. Yeah.
It won't allow.
Just I created the new.
Last one. The smart whenever you do the near login, it navigates you or it involves the wallet to read the keys, whatever the keys are, your private key and public key are saved on the wallet. So it goes there, you have to you have to approve that you are doing the login, and then it will come back.
Yeah, it's confirmed with that whether I am the right person. Then I can, you can see that, right? It's kind of validating that. Yeah, that's validation. Then now I can do whatever I want to do with the. Just 1 minute. Just initializing these variables.
We'll just set it as environment variables. Actually, you can skip that steps also. Like we are setting it as an environment variable. You can, if you know, remember the name, account names, you can directly give whenever you want. Like whenever you writing commands. Here that doing account dot function call is nothing but calling the function from smart contract using the API. Like we are using near API JS most of the times. It's easy to use also, and we can integrate with our backend Node.js or in Java.
Now the new token is created. The token ID is the token label. This will be available in the near blockchain network. Then now you can do whatever you want to do, transfer or whatever. We go back to the page. So now you can see there are 4 tokens were there. I refresh it, get me 5. You can see, right? This 5th token is added. So this is the token. Yeah. So this is the recent transaction whatever happened. You can see that, right? Like it says that token 6. And what is the details transfer?
This unique digital token you can assign to any physical product. Like
Yes.
actually we have achieved that. Like we have worked on that project where we are assigning that to some physical tokens. It's a client confidential. I can't say more about that. But we have achieved it. We have like successful in that project. We are tracking the progress.
Yeah. Similarly, what we have done the minting, right? We can do the transfer also. We can do the transfer. It will do the transfer to other account. For example, this is token number 6. I just created. Then I can transfer to other account. This is done. Means this is a proof of for the end user that the information, everything is recorded. Now this is done. Means like that the transfer is done. Now I will switch to this other case. You can see that, right? Now the token, the description is mistakenly given 5, but you can see that this token is number 6. It is that now the order is this is the account number 2.
The money in your wallet is increasing or decreasing, right?
Whenever you do any transfer, if I am transferring money to you, right, my money will be getting deducted. When I am creating token,
Show the money.
So the same account
Like
is linked to the what's LI and the
yeah.
yes, yes,
right?
correct.
Then when you mint the charges will get deducted.
Yes.
Yes.
Not mint. It's very negligible.
Yeah.
Like you can't see here directly, but you can see the in the method called. You can go to that account. Can you switch to that account?
Okay.
Its charges vary like 0.0007 years or up to years. Open the transaction because that is showing.
You can see the
this is
transaction
very
fee.
negligible, very small, and that is why the near like most of the people are preferring near because of
near. So similarly, there can be an FT using Ethereum.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So based on which blockchain technology it is using, the prices and will differ.
Yeah.
So the demand for the Bitcoin NFT will be higher than this.
Based on the, I mean, obviously when it comes to
People will trust Bitcoin.
yeah, similar to, I mean, if you see blockchain with compared to Ethereum blockchain, right? Ethereum is a bit expensive compared to Bitcoin actually. So being famous, it is more expensive, you see. So obviously it cheapest.
Yeah, and actually that value differs on the block. Like if the previous block is half full, more than half full, the prices will go up. If it is less than half empty, then it will go down. In Ethereum, like if the previous block, like the current block is half full, there are some only less amount of transactions, that amount will go down. The transaction fee, whatever you are transferring.
I mean, block to block also in same blockchain in the transaction, but the transaction is actually decided.
and you can see
It is very
this-
cost efficient.
You can see the value, right? This is the near value. This is about 189. But the equivalent dollar value is 1.34.
This is actually a near currency.
It's based on the market value. So now it is the value of this 189 near equal to dollar. It's based on the transaction of the.
So this Bitcoin and everyone will come with their own marketplace for NFTs, right? So how to decide like which one to choose, which one to not?
Based on your any application that you are building on anything.
Because I only have an image of a dragon and I want to upload it to some. I want to make an NFT.
Okay.
How can I decide like whether I want to use Ethereum or Bitcoin? And anyone.
So it depends on how much. If you see here, like dollar is compared to near, like how many years you get. So when you are uploading an NFT, you will be obviously charging with some gas fees and transaction fees. Based on that, you can decide, okay, which one is less, or you can just that and you can upload that marketplace.
This is again based on like what kind of volume of business you are going to do. Kind of investing in a share market or mutual fund, where it is cheaper, right? And it is more secure also.
And obviously, actually not depends on transaction. Obviously, you will be seeing the end users who wants to buy your NFT, right? So where the demand will be there, so you will be obviously choosing. Okay, here demand will be there for my dragon NFT, so that you will be obviously choosing that.
You mentioned that the creator will get a royalty. So when the transfer is happening, eventually, the creator will get the royalty. So where is that particular data captured, or where will we know the?
We are not listed it on marketplace, right? We are sending for free only now.
They have case. Can you show us that?
Yeah, there is a code. See, when I am creating the contract, right, we can provide the what is that.
No, he's talking about listing this NFT on the marketplace like OpenSea. We have we don't have any accounts on marketplaces.
But right now it is not listed, but there is a provision in the near blockchain code. You can mention how much you want royalty. So that also it will be once it is like the token is or NFT is created, right? That is fixed. You can't change also.
But we can list this image on the marketplace for sure. But we don't have account right now.
Yeah, marketplace account. Yeah, that's all on my side. Any other questions?
So if it is not confidential, like what type of things you guys are solving in the blockchain?
So, okay, let me give you an example like how we have implemented something. So, if you suppose you own any product, and you want to suppose one company A, so is manufacturing something like a cheese product, right? So, how the end users who are buying the cheese will get to know this belongs to that person, right? So, and you will come with a unique token which will be stored in the blockchain, and it will have the authorities and that particular cheese manufacturer certificate, register certificate, like we have ISR, right? So ISR will be verifying, okay, this manufacturing company will be providing cheese product and it is verified and all the things are good to go for selling, right? So this will be linked whenever users, suppose any QR code, whenever users scans for that, and it will redirect to that blockchain transaction where it happened, and they can obviously view the information in the blockchain and verify, okay, this cheese product is valid and I can buy. So this is one application regarding how we are using blockchain.
Validating the genuineness of the product.
Yeah.
Any product.
And this was more dangerous to me than exciting because suppose someday we cannot track anything, right? Suppose someone there is any transaction on the internet, we cannot track it. Suppose like we can track the WhatsApp chats, we will not be able to track any chats there. If one day some needs come, no one will be able to track what happened, what not.
No, it will be tracked, right? Every transaction is stored in the blockchain, right? Why it can't be tracked?
So then, you are like, if everything can be tracked, then what's the meaning of blockchain?
So, I mean, you can track your transactions that you have made, right? Someone
Only
can do
mine,
it.
right?
Yeah, you can track
I
all
think
this.
it will be interesting I'm doing all. 2% decided to get something. They thought, okay, I will transfer this amount to you. Okay, give me this land, anything random. And then 1% told that, oh, I haven't told you anything like that. And that case goes to the police. The police will look at the transactions, but they cannot access those transactions, right?
You can, I mean, you can obviously show, right? Okay,
No,
this is
the person who has backtracked won't show. It's the police responsibility now to see those transactions.
But all the transactions are on the ledger, right? So on blockchain, you can view from which account to which account the transaction.
That's what blockchain is. It is decent.
Because if I'm writing in a letter, there is a stamp paper I'm writing, I'm kind of damaging it. There is no proof, right? I can say that I have given you a house for rent for you. I have removed you, I have got some money and other things. Then later I'm like kind of clearing it off and I'm saying that it is not there, right?
So if we can track this transaction, so why we are not simply storing it in a database?
But it can be hacked, right? It can be hacked. It can be changed by any single authority who is owned.
So that can be tracked. So that can also be hacked.
No, but you can change it. You cannot change it, right? What
change
if
that
you
transaction,
do?
I should
You are reading any document in the blockchain. So what will you gain from that?
Not change it,
Yes,
can
you can
track
change
it.
it. That's the basic.
Yeah.
One of the things we can hack and complete it.
One thing, if I develop an application and put it on Ethereum, okay? So now users like with a Meta wallet or something, they can log in and they can do some transactions in it. That is going to store in the Ethereum block. How the scalability if I have some 1 lakh of, more people are coming there.
Okay,
How
whoever is providing this blockchain for any company who is building this app, right? Obviously, they will be seeing the scalability of that blockchain. Like any public blockchain, like Ethereum is providing. Suppose Cardano is giving their blockchain for having this decentralized application built on that blockchain. Obviously, they will be seeing scalability, and also some of the private blockchains will be offering those scalability.
It can extend to any number of people? That
Yes,
is
it
possible.
might. It's on the popularity of the blockchain.
There will be no downtime for retrieving the data. Like, let's say like I log in here today, I made some transactions, and after 1 year there is a lot of people are coming to my website, and when I went after the year and a lot of people coming, okay, how much time it will take to retrieve my data again?
Okay, so when it comes to, let me give an example of Bitcoin, right? So you will be a node and you will be maintaining all the transactions in your machine. So you will go offline. So all others will be online, right? So after 1 year, you will be coming back to your node and you will be firing up the software, right? And now what happens is your utility software will work with all the nodes and update all the transactions that ever happened in the whole 1 year gap. So obviously, you will sync up with them and then you'll be good to go for verifying them. Any other questions? We have a small quiz, so can answer.
So the first question is, which of the following statements provides the best description of Web3? And the options are, Web3 is a process-centric. Option B is Web3 focuses on users. Option C is the primary focus of Web3 is on applications. And option D is all of the above. All of the above? The answer is it focuses on users. It offers more greater user utility. It came into picture because of give more privacy to your user data. Second question is, what is the name of the first block in the blockchain? It's not block 1. Genesis block. So the question 3, what are the pillars of blockchain technology? And the options are transparency, all of them. Good, all of the above. Fourth question is, what the benefits of using NFTs? So option is anonymity and security. Option B is ownership and scarcity, flexibility and D. No, it's ownership and scarcity. So question 5, what is a smart contract? And the option are, it is an online contract. Option B is offline contract. Option C is digital contract. Or option D, the program stored on blockchain. Yeah, it's the program that runs when predetermined conditions are met. And the sixth question is, which consensus mechanism does near protocol use? The options are proof of work, proof of stake, proof of mining, and all of them. Amazing. Proof of stake. Yeah.
Thank you, team, for sharing the knowledge. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was a useful session. So these are the social media handles we follow. You can follow them, and we also have streamed this on YouTube, so you can watch it if you have any queries. So as we can, you can just share, like scan the QR code, and as you can see, the QR code is a bit different compared to the usual one. So I would like to call upon Mansi to talk about this.
Hi guys, I'll not take much time, I'll just give you a very brief overview. So usually the QR codes which we see are usually black and the normal scheme it follows. But here if you can see that it's a little bit different. So this QR code we have generated using an generative AI model called Stable Diffusion. So as from generative AI model, as you know that the buzzword ChatGPT, it's again a version of a generative model. So what this generative model does that, it tries to generate new data based on the data which has already seen during the training time. So in this kind of model, this is like stable diffusion. So it takes input as text and tries to generate an image. So as you can see here, if in the top, if you can see that, you can see some cherry blossoms. So basically there is a sakura season in Japan where cherry blossoms happen. So we just give it a prompt like a sakura season in Japan, and we gave an QR code of whatever we want. It will just diffuse it and give us out this output. For more info, it's like an open source thing. You can search more on it. Google have their own stable diffusion model like ImageGen, and OpenAI has like DALI, so you can explore.
Thank you, Nancy. So you can just share your feedback here, and if you have any suggestions, and we have some snacks over here, so please help us. Thank you.
First leg.
Okay.
I think everyone.
Yeah, this is big. This is more precise. This is
This QR code is not even scanned because
Are you facing any problem?
there it's not because also the Google is not Google, I took
Fine.